Hey CF, I hope you're doing well this week. Suzette and I wanted to take a moment and express to you our sincere and deep gratitude for the party you threw for us a couple weeks ago, thanking us for our 20 years of leading this great church. You know, your outpouring of love was shown to us and felt by us in so many different ways. You know, many pastors wonder what kind of impact they are really making, and unfortunately, many may never hear or have the opportunity to find out what that impact is. Well, we were blessed to hear it firsthand. I want to tell you, you honored us well. And you've always loved on us well through the years, and we strongly feel that together, you and we as a team have finished this chapter of leading this church well. We're excited about that. And this transition has been healthy and life-giving, and once again, I can assure you with the same intensity and faithfulness that God equipped us to lead starting 20 years ago, He is and will in the future equip Joseph and Haley to do the exact same thing.
And the party that you threw the other night, it was so much fun and quite overwhelming at the same time. We've not had that kind of emotional energy expenditure in quite some time, having to make it through all the cards and the well wishes and the stories that are on Facebook. We just don't want to rush through it all, so we're taking our time and cherishing each one, opening up the cards and looking at the posts. And it's been a lot of fun to see the pictures and the past and be reminded of the stories that literally we haven't thought about it in years. So we couldn't believe how much work you put into it, work that started months ago with the staff and the elders' wives. And with your help, they gathered all those pictures and they recounted the history of our lives and the church. And they reached out to people who were part of our ministries that began a long time ago, like when we were newlyweds. And to go to all that effort and record those touching videos, you thought of everything, right down to the various ECF logos that labeled each bag of cookies that Deanna Crow made. And then to hear the open mic comments, oh my goodness, that was just like icing on the cake. Or should I say cookie?
Probably cookie, yeah.
But it didn't stop there.
No, the cards and the gifts were amazing and so heartfelt. You know, there were a couple of gifts we received. One was three planter boxes from the children's ministry, and they had the paint fingerprints of the kids on the outside, and then their names were burned into the bottom of the boxes. Such a special gift. Sits on our sink. Another was a book that was written by me. It was given to me, but I just didn't know I wrote one. But Larry and Val Smith made a book of quotes called The Other 6 Days, and it was notes from their lessons that they had been collecting literally since 2009. And then collectively, you came together and brought us a very large severance fund that is going to really be helpful in our next transition in our chapter. We simply cannot thank you enough. Overall, what we were most touched by was a recognition that all of our lives leave this ripple effect that we may never know about until someone tells us.
I think that's what heaven's going to be like for each and every one of us. I imagine that we'll be fully reminded of the impact that we've had on others' lives. But until then, we encourage you to be intentional about encouraging one another. If you're like me, I tend to minimize things that I've done, and I'm blind to their impact. But you maximized our good. You maximized things about me and things that I've done. So thank you. It truly helped me to know that God has used me.
What I know is that people need encouragement just like you and I do. So let's all maximize the good in people, speaking only what is helpful and building each other up according to their needs, so that it may benefit those who listen.
One of my favorite verses.
Exactly. I always use that with our kids. Thank you for connecting the dots of nearly 30 years of our history in a vocational ministry together. We saw the past meet the present, and it touched. And we realized that God's hand has been on this journey the whole time. And at the end of the day, yes, we played a role, but this would never have happened without you and your relentless pursuit of Jesus and your faithfulness to Him through the years. So stay faithful, stay focused on Jesus, and lead where He guides you. We love you.